Humanity splits into two camps, those who shape reality and those shaped by it. You've lived this truth your whole life. Step into any space and vanish into the background. Watch specific individuals seize attention effortlessly without uttering a sound. They capture the chances. They earn the recognition. They hold the authority. Meanwhile, you grind relentlessly. You attempt kindness. You strive for excellence. Yet you're overlooked, dismissed, left questioning why skill alone falls short, why virtue goes unrewarded. Here's the unforgiving reality. Polite society refuses to acknowledge. Authority doesn't measure your motives. It measures your utility. You've been attempting to bond with influential figures by playing companion. Yet influential figures don't seek additional companions. They seek instruments. They seek reflections. They seek shields. To penetrate circles where genuine choices happen, you must eliminate the version of yourself, craving approval. You must cease requesting permission to matter. Niccolò Machiavelli composed The Prince 5 centuries ago, not as instruction for villains, but as documentation of how things truly operate. He grasped that humanity's essence runs on self-preservation, anxiety, and pride. Ignore this framework and you'll eternally serve as a game piece. Master it, and you transform into the player controlling the board. Within the coming moments, we're destroying the myths you've swallowed about building connections. We're examining Machiavelli's 13 merciless principles of influence. These aren't suggestions. They're mental warfare tactics. By conclusion, you'll never encounter an authority figure and perceive someone above you. You'll recognize a pattern and possess the singular solution that unlocks it. Fair warning. Once you perceive the mechanics, returning to ignorance becomes impossible. Most individuals collapse because they approach authority with extended palms, pleading for assistance. They believe connection means expressing authenticity. That's fiction. Expressing authenticity is privilege reserved for established power holders. For those ascending the hierarchy, connection demands tactical transformation. It requires becoming precisely what your target needs to witness, until you're so integrated into their ecosystem that your absence cripples them. But how do you execute this without sacrificing integrity? How do you engineer perception among elites without becoming a flatterer? The solution involves a mental framework called the gap. Yet comprehending the gap requires first understanding the 13 principles. Let's start. Principle 1. Never eclipse the leader. Your initial error is attempting to dazzle. You encounter someone significant, and your ego commandeers control. You desire demonstrating intelligence, capability, depth of knowledge. You imagine this generates admiration. It generates fear instead. It cultivates insecurity. Authority figures often harbor extreme fragility. Their identity depends on being the sharpest, strongest, or most visionary presence available. Enter radiating excessive brilliance, and you don't register as valuable. You register as dangerous. Machiavelli cautioned, appearing superior to leadership always carries risk. Making your superior appear inadequate or merely diminished through comparison activates their protective instincts. They'll eliminate you not from incompetence, but because you threaten their self-image. What's the approach? Reduce your radiance. Amplify their genius. Presenting an idea, package it so ownership appears theirs. Pose inquiries enabling them to provide answers. Nourish their vanity. This isn't submission. This is strategic concealment. Allowing them superiority sensations lowers their guard. You become harmless, and harmless entities gain interior access. While they admire their own image, you're silently cataloging vulnerabilities. absorbing behavioral patterns, cementing your position. Grant them the spotlight. Claim the authority. Principle 2. Mask your agenda. Predictability enables manipulation. Understanding your desires enables exploitation. Desire wealth? Purchase your loyalty. Crave validation? Manipulate through praise. Most broadcast their wants transparently. They approach influential people with eyes broadcasting. I require something from you. This radiates desperation, and desperation repels universally. Connecting with authority demands becoming unreadable. Machiavelli instructed, maintain proximity to allies, but guard intentions closer. Become enigmatic upon arrival. Conceal your ultimate objective. Discuss everything excluding transactions. Discuss culture, ideas, their pursuits, the beverage, anything humanizing the exchange. Generate curiosity about your presence. Mystery generates magnetism. Unable to decode your wants, they grow intrigued. They begin projecting their desires onto your blank canvas. They pursue understanding your puzzle. Never expose your strategy until victory is secured. Project warmth. Project accessibility. Project charm. But lock your core ambitions behind impenetrable barriers where observation fails. The less they comprehend your drives, the greater your negotiation leverage. Principle 3. Address self-interest, never compassion. This is where pleasant people fail. Requiring assistance, seeking guidance, pursuing investment. You approach authority figures sharing hardship narratives. You detail struggles. You explain deserving opportunities. You appeal to gratitude, goodness, ethics. They might acknowledge, they might agree, but action? Nothing. Why? Compassion burdens. Authority figures operate under pressure. Constant bombardment from assistance seekers, helping everyone deserving, would drain resources and energy. Machiavelli stated clearly, being feared surpasses being loved when both aren't achievable. For connection purposes, translation is this: being needed surpasses being appreciated. Don't request favors. Propose exchanges, disguised as partnerships. Identify their requirements. Rival requiring crushing, problem requiring solutions, vanity initiative failing. Position yourself as their problem's resolution. Addressing them. Skip your needs. Emphasize their interests. I notice you're struggling with X. I possess a fix saving you time. Now you're not supplicant. You're collaborator. Self-interest is universally understood language. Speak it fluently. Doors unlock. Principle 4. Strategic withdrawal mastery. We inhabit over-availability culture. Instant text responses. Yes to every appointment. Constant presence. You imagine this demonstrates commitment. It signals low worth instead. Economic principles govern human dynamics. Scarcity generates value. Constant availability equals commonness. Common equals cheap. Authority figures respect time, the singular, irreplaceable resource. Free time distribution tells them it's valueless. Machiavelli recognized that excessive visibility breeds ordinariness. Master withdrawal technique. Project warmth during presence. Deliver complete engagement. Make them feel singular. Then vanish. Don't answer immediately. Don't schedule Tuesday coffee. Maintain existence. Maintain purpose. Maintain schedules independent of their orbit. This accomplishes dual objectives. First, proves you're valuable with alternatives. Second, creates mental loops, the Zygarnik effect. They wonder your whereabouts, activities, companions. Your absence occupies mental space. Your return becomes reward, not expectation. Employ absence to cultivate respect. Principle 5. The narcissus. Reflection. Everyone self-obsesses. Even seemingly modest leaders secretly fixate on their worldview. They seek understanding. They crave reality validation. Most attempt connection through self-discussion. I accomplished this. I believe that. Background noise. To connect with authority, become mirrors. Reflect their image. Enhance slightly. Aggressive and rapid. Accelerate your speech. Copy their posture. Slow and contemplative. Decelerate. Become thoughtful. Match breathing. Match vocabulary. War metaphors used? Use war metaphors. Sports metaphors? Use sports metaphors. This transcends mimicry. It's neurological alignment. Effective mirroring triggers subconscious labeling. Similar to me. Therefore trustworthy. Therefore intelligent. You're bypassing logic. Addressing their primal brain directly. People don't seek challenge. They seek confirmation. Become their brilliance confirmation. When observing you, let them see their optimal self reflected. They'll become addicted to your presence. You make them feel understood, uniquely. Principle 6. Information gatekeeper status. Historically, land meant power. Modernly, information means power. Specifically, concealed information. Authority figures exist isolated, surrounded by agreement dispensers providing desired feedback. They're starving for truth, for ground-level pulse. Becoming the person delivering valuable, unfiltered intelligence makes you irreplaceable. You become their sensory network. Heard competitor plans. Found system flaws nobody's reporting. Market shifts requiring attention. Don't gossip. Become intelligence curator. Compile information, protecting them or providing advantages. Trading secrets. Elevate status. You're no longer external. You're insider. No bond exceeds insider bonds. Warning. Never reveal complete sourcing. Maintain information supply monopoly. Accessible information elsewhere. You're unnecessary. Conceal sources. Deliver results. Principle 7. The beneficial adversary law. Nothing bonds faster than shared opposition. Sociologists label this in-group/out-group bias. We favor those sharing our dislikes. Connecting with authority figures. Identify their disdain, inefficiency, hatred, bureaucracy, specific rival philosophy. Status quo. Align with that opposition. Validate frustration. Industry mediocrity is unbelievable. Exactly your point. Validating enemies validates their struggle, validates heroism. You're saying, I recognize your battle, here's your weapon. Avoid pure negativity. Maintain righteous anger. We're the rational few in collective madness. This generates cult-like dynamics. Us versus world. Within imaginary war trenches, profound loyalty forges. Principle 8. Fantasy performance. Machiavelli understood people inhabit fantasies, not reality. Fantasies of ideal selves. Harsh CEO envisions benevolent patriarch. Chaotic artist envisions disciplined visionary. Insecure politician envisions savior. Your role? Identify their fantasy and perform supporting character. Desire being wise teacher? Become enthusiastic student. Request guidance. Accept lectures. Enable wisdom feelings. Desire being rebel? Become accomplice. Desire being monarch? Become devoted defender. Don't force reality confrontation. Reality hurts. That's why wealth insulates them from it. Being the sole fantasy supporter means they'll protect you fiercely. Your departure collapses their fantasy. You become the scaffolding, supporting their self-concept. Sounds manipulative? It is. But remember, We're discussing authority connection, not friendship. Authority is performance theater. Learn dialogue. Perform role. Principle 9. Emotional transformation. Mastery. Authority figures carry intense stress. They bear empire weight, employee responsibility, financial pressure. Internal worlds often storm with anxiety. Most people intensify that storm. They bring complications. They bring urgency. They bring crisis emails. Becoming untouchable requires becoming calm, becoming emotional stability. When they're frantic, you're measured, angry, you're steady. Master energy transformation. Absorb chaos. Reflect clarity. Problem understood. Here's resolution. It's managed. Those 3 words, it's managed, are the most seductive phrases for authority figures. You're removing burden from shoulders. You become sanctuary. They'll crave meetings, not for business content, but for your effect. You generate safety, control feelings. Within noise, become silence. Within fire, become water. Lower their stress hormones, raise your worth. Principle 10. Formlessness. Assumption. Machiavelli praised foxes for adaptability. Bruce Lee stated, be water. Rigid breaks, flexible survives. Dealing with authority, can't maintain rigid ego. Must adapt situationally. Some moments require aggression. Some require submission. Some require leadership. Others followership. Don't attach to singular identity. Insisting on being yourself creates clashes with incompatible personalities. Formlessness defends. Shapeless entities can't be struck. Shapeless entities fit any opening. Adapt to target culture. Formal environment. Wear suits. Casual. Wear jeans. Whiskey drinkers. Drink whiskey. Eliminate friction. Simplify assimilation into their world. Perfect operatives resemble citizens perfectly. Blend inward. Stand out when critical. Principle 11. Dependency creation. The ultimate Machiavellian principle. Make yourself necessary to superiors. Replaceable through job postings. You're vulnerable. Must weave yourself into their success fabric. Identify essential tasks they despise. Master them. Claim client relationships they can't lose. Control systems only you comprehend. Become the bridge connecting them to desires. As the bridge, they can't eliminate you. Don't teach your methods. Maintain skill mystique. Greater reliance on your contributions to their peace. Greater your authority. Independence in networking is mythology. Goal is mutual entanglement. You want them awakening at 3 a.m. thinking. What happens if your name departs? Achieving that thought, you've won. Request raises. Request partnerships. You're no longer employee. You're vital organ. Nobody excises their own heart. Principle 12. Option management. The room's most powerful person isn't issuing commands. It's whoever designed the choice architecture. Presenting choices to authority figures. Don't offer infinite options. That creates decision paralysis. Curate options. We can do A risking X or do B gaining Y. Frame choices, making your preferred option the only logical selection. This is control illusion. They make decisions feeling sovereign, but you constructed their pathway. Machiavelli advised, wise leaders rely on personal control, not others' control. Controlling conversation framework controls outcomes. Never ask open questions like, what do you want? That's lazy. Say, here are 3 paths I recommend. Path 2 is strongest. Your command, your thinking, their authorizing, your architect, their signature. Principle 13, complete self-governance. We arrive at the final, most critical principle. the paradox enabling all others. Connecting with authority figures requires not needing them. Sole dependent on their approval, they'll detect it. They'll smell hunger and treat you like a fan. Genuine authority recognizes genuine authority. Must cultivate complete self-governance. Must possess your own domain, however modest. Must maintain your own code vision. Must willingly walk away from arrangements. Walk-away willingness holds complete leverage. Sitting across from billionaires, must know profoundly you'll thrive without them. You're not extracting, you're exchanging. This energy shift transforms everything. Your voice deepens. Your eye contact sustains longer. Fidgeting ceases. You become solid. That solidity magnetizes. Authority figures experience loneliness. Everyone surrounding them bends to their will. Meeting someone solid, someone respecting without worshiping them, fascinates them. Become the foundation. Become sovereign of your consciousness. Connect from wholeness, not deficiency. Take breath. Let principles settle internally. I understand your thoughts. This seems cold, calculating, manipulative. It is. But observe your surroundings. Examine your world. Examine your company structure, government, society. Think they were constructed on transparency and warmth? Or strategy, leverage, and comprehending human nature? You choose. Remain innocent. Maintain fairness, idealism. Stay passenger, complaining about the driver, or seize the wheel. Machiavelli wasn't malicious. He was honest. He examined human behavior's depths without flinching. He recognized we're driven by fears, ego, security needs. Employing these principles isn't abuse. It's understanding people better than self-understanding. It's addressing their shadows, not merely their presentations. Applying these principles, the dynamic transforms instantly. You cease invisibility. You cease seeking saviors and become the strategist. You realize authority figures are simply players who learned rules earlier. They await someone genuine, someone comprehending the system to enter. That someone is you. The 13 principles aren't restraints. They're access tools. But possessing tools is useless without discipline to employ them. This psychological mastery level isn't a destination. It's daily practice. The world is designed returning you to unconsciousness, making you compliant, making you a piece. Refusing to rejoin the masses? Ready to sharpen your mind until it cuts through confusion? Make the choice now. Don't just observe passively. Click the subscribe button. Not supporting the channel, but contracting with yourself. Signaling you're finished being spectator. Welcome to the inner circle.